Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. 2, 3, 4. Every day's an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Chorus. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Take a solo. Go on, give it a try. Hit any of those notes we covered. Pick with me instrumentally. Keep going with your solos. Keep it going. And get ready to come back in. 2, 3, 4. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Slow it down now. Silently for me. Now, what we can do is a little bit of a solo on this one over here. We've got this lovely instrumental where it's literally just an instrumental verse followed by an instrumental pre-chorus and then another one of the choruses instrumentally. And you can just strum along here. You could hum, if you've got a harmonica you could play it, you could do whatever you want. But basically when we're playing a G major in the key of G major, we tend to use the G major scale. And remember, from all the other weeks we've done Kanikapila, we tend to use the G major pentatonic. But sometimes it's really nice to add the flavour of those extra notes in, even though it's risky and they might clash. If you ever find they clash, if you just pass through them quickly and on to the next note, it can sound really nice anyway. So what we've got here is the whole G major scale written out. Now, first of all, if you look at this picture here with all the notes written out all over the place, it's quite overwhelming, isn't it? There's almost as many notes. In fact, I think there is more notes that you can play than the ones that you can't play. There's so many here all over the fretboard. So how do we think about learning these scales in a useful way? Well, we tend to use, these can be thought of almost as like a formula. See here, this reentrant and linear. Reentrant just means high G and linear is low G. Basically, this is like a shape that you can use for any scale to play a major scale up and down the fretboard. And this major scale shape stays the same no matter what key you're in. You just move it up and down. The key thing is to notice that it has squares and circles, because the squares are your root notes. So if we're in the key of G, the root note is G. It's that simple, that's all it means. It's the first note in the scale, okay? So if we start from that G, that gives us our G major scale. Okay, could do it backwards. The key thing to notice, and this is where it's really important, notice that I started that on the 7th fret, and that's because on the 7th fret, that's where your G note is. Okay, so here's something clever. This is a bit kind of brain melty sometimes, but look at this. If I do exactly that pattern, I'll do it again just so you can kind of picture it. If I use exactly that pattern, but I start from a D note, C, C sharp, D, and I use exactly the same pattern, it's a D major scale. If I start it from here, which is an F note, it's an F major scale. So these scale shapes are really powerful, the black ones, because they allow you to learn chords and notes all up and down the fretboard, which is really exciting, really cool. But if you do want to extend it out and use some of these extra notes, it's a really nice thing to do. Now, this is where I start to think about where are some patterns on this that could be useful to me. How am I going to remember places to play some of these notes? And this will take some time, but you can build up this knowledge just by looking for patterns here. So for instance, if I look at this G major scale here, I want you to notice that there are some notes or some parts of the scale that are in the same place across the strings. So notice on the E string I can play an open E. Sorry, I can play the 2nd fret for an F sharp. That's the blue one. And I can play G here at the 3rd fret. Can you see that? That's the first 3 notes on that E string, the second one down. Notice that the same thing happens on the A string. I can play open A, and I can play 2nd and 3rd frets again. So there's a little pattern. That's easy to remember, isn't it? So remember, any time I play G, I can do off 2, 3 here, and off 2, 3 here. And I could extend that further if you notice that I can play the 5th fret of both the E string and the A string. That gives me off 2, 3, 5, off 2, 3, 5. So that's really powerful. That's another place I can play the G major scale, and that'll sound really nice. So you notice just with those few notes I can make a really lovely sounding solo, and I'll keep this up and you can have a little play around, and then we'll put it all together and we'll do the song. Let's have a go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Try Little Noodle. Keep it you a little chance to have a little bit of a noodle on that, and that will sound lovely. And what we're going to do is we're going to play that solo, any kind of improvisation when I'm doing this instrumental bit. If you prefer, you can solo along, you can just play the chords along with me, and that'll be fine as well, which should be really lovely. Okay, let's do it. Let's perform Homeward Bound all together, folks. I'll keep this page up so you can see what's happening. Let me just move up and let's give it a try. Okay, here we go. So I'll give you a count in of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and remember, if you want to, we're going to pick the verses and strum everything else. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. 2, 3, 4. Every day's an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Chorus. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Take a solo. Go on, give it a try. Hit any of those notes we covered. Pick with me instrumentally. Keep going with your solos. Keep it going. Now get ready to come back in. 2, 3, 4. Tonight I'll sing my songs again, play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Slow it down now. Silently for me. Well done, everyone. Wasn't that lovely? I hope you really enjoyed that. And I know it took us quite some time to go through that, but it gives you a song that you can play and really get to grips with. And it's a lovely performance piece, this one, because if you ever find that when you perform, even if it's just for yourself, when I say performance, I don't mean we're all playing the Albert Hall. How we wish, right? Including myself. But even if you're just playing for yourself, it's really nice when you perform something to have that differentiation between the picking pattern and then the strumming. So it gives you something really nice. And then, of course, if you're playing with someone else, or you're playing to a backing track, or you're playing along with me, you can hit that lovely solo as well and do some improvisation, which is really good.